Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Settlement Survival. It's your friend Sarmate here. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day. In this one, we are going to get a bunch of our health stuff finished, and I'm really excited for it. So we have all of our development points ready to roll, and we're going to get into it right away. So remember, we need construction, home textile. So construction, home textile, grab it, boom. That's going to give us the home textile factory. And let's go back to hospital, and we can unlock the hospital, so we are going to do it, but it looks like we need household textiles to make it, which is fine. That's what we just unlocked. And then the pharmacy, pharmaceutical workshop, looks like it's going to need some glass, some laid stone, and some steel. We got all those things. Let's get the pharmacy. So excited for this. Are running kind of low on stone. We have some stone around town, but it's kind of a pain to get to. So I want to get a stone pit, and this is that big old quarry. It looks ugly, but we know that it can go infinitely deep, so that's what we are going to use. So here's our quarry right away here. We could get a mine. I think there are stone mines that we could go on the rock side, but don't quite have those yet. Oh, this almost fits in here. It'd be swell if it did, but okay, whatever. I'm gonna put this up here. So as you can see here, we have 3 reservoirs, 2 of which are created. I really needed the water. Now we can see that we finally got some water stockpiling back up again, and I had to put 3 of these guys in. Both of these have 2 workers currently, and they're finally getting some more water. It might be a little excessive for what I have now, but I wanted to make sure that we had the water to drink, we had the water to process papers, and water for everything else. We need spirits, everything, all that stuff. Quarry is on the way. Now let's go with our advanced home textile factory, just because it's advanced and it's going to be better, and I think we'll need it regardless. So I'm going to put one here, and we'll put one right across the road from it, and that's going to take a moment to get built up, of course. And the hospital and pharmaceuticals. So hospital is a pretty good radius. It's about, it's like, it's like the clinic. I'm going to, no, maybe we replace the clinic with this guy. Well, I don't know about that action. We'll put this hospital, put it over here for now. I'm probably going to do another one. We'll put that there, and I'm going to put another one over here, of course, so that we have both sides covered. I'm pretty sure the hospital is going to do the same thing as the clinic. Maybe once, this will be kind of a pain in the butt. But maybe once we get this hospital built, we get rid of it, we get rid of the clinic, and then we put a new hospital here, and we get rid of this hospital, and then we have the hospital where the clinic is. That might be what we end up doing, even though that's kind of a pain in the butt roundabout way to do that, but whatever, it'll be fine. And then finally, we needed that pharmaceutical action, right? So here we go. This looks like it's a industrial workshop, luckily, so we can put this guy, ooh, oh yeah. Work that, fit it right there just perfectly. That's probably not going to be enough for our whole town eventually, but it'll work for now. We also got advanced tailors on this side. Both of them are working right now. Saying lack of raw materials again. Looks like we need a little bit more linen, and we'll check on that in just a moment. I do have the weaving workshop, 2 people working in there. I'll show you the this. I'm trying to solidify my my supply chains a little bit here. Over here on this right side, we have 2 advanced blacksmiths. One's making iron tools, the other's making steel tools, or is going to. I was going to wait until I had more temporary workers like we have now. And so I'm going to turn that on, and we are going to start making some steel tools as well. So we'll go over here, and like I mentioned, we have 2 people at the weaving workshop. And then I put in a couple more, 1 more standard fertile field with flax seeds, but I don't have anybody working it yet. But I do have 4 people total working on flax, and I want to make sure that if this is enough. It looks like our food is dangerously low. Not really all of a sudden. I've been kind of watching it, and I had noticed it has been getting lower and lower. But I didn't mean for it to get that low. So we'll put a couple more people in there. This pasture isn't working, so we'll put Buffalo in there, and then Linda can get to work, and then Brent will work on Buffalo on this side. So we have we'll have 4 Buffalo, and we have 2 geese. And that's going to supply us, of course, with our feathers, leathers, fats, and meats. I put in 2 more research academies for that expedited development point action. Well, that's working out quite nicely, in fact. And you can, of course, see that I put in a couple more houses, and almost every one of them is calling for stone. And here, that is reflected with 0 stone. That's why we got the quarry, and that should be worked on and completed in just a moment here. I did put another marketplace on this side because this one is all filled up. So we'll be pushing up north here, like I mentioned first and second episodes, where we're going to start building. And I'm really curious about going into the small marketplace and maybe being able to fill in on the sides here, like where these circles are not reaching, like one right in here and then one right over here. Maybe then we'll be able to build all over the place, and that'll be better. Looks like this guy's not quite ready yet, and for the longest time, I've been sitting at like like pretty much 0 temporary workers. And it's so difficult to do stuff like this when you have nobody to do it, of course. Like, you don't have anybody to do it, how's it gonna get done, right? So it looks like that dingus just hurt himself. But we got 10 people, and I think farmers assist with this, I'm not sure, in the off season. So we got a bunch of people that are gathering our stone. That's gonna help us, of course, with our houses and anything else that we need around town here. I mentioned hurting on people, so I had been low on the logging camps everywhere. They were down to 1 person each. I did bump them back up. You can see we're only at 600 timber. We need a lot of domestic fuels, a lot of things to heat the home. So the wood has been slacking. It's been hurting pretty badly. It does look like we have another batch of immigrants on the timeline here, which is great. I have 1 soap workshop here working on regular old soaps. And then next door, nothing yet, but I want this guy to be medicinal soap. So once we get some more herbs, that's what we're going to get into. That is going to help our hearts in the town even more. Currently not doing so well. I think once these hospitals and pharmaceuticals start coming in, it's going to be really, really good. While we're thinking about that, we do have 1 more additional point. So perhaps we can start going down this tree and we can get to nursery. I think that would be a wise decision. So I'm going to go with the apiary technology, and then we can get to grove and then nursery after a little while. So we probably won't finish this all in this episode, but we'll get dang close. So we can get this apiary working. So these are like the gather and the logging camps where they require the mature trees around them to be more effective. And I think we'll just kind of stick this guy over here for now. It's not the greatest spot, but I'm not planning on expanding these farms for a little bit yet. And when we do, we'll just move the apiary, and maybe we'll have an additional one. So this guy, the open mine, which a couple episodes ago we were talking about getting some silver going. I needed to get some oil, and we had a ship that came past, and I nabbed the oil off that ship, and that's where we got that oil from. We aren't processing it yet. Maybe we could look into that. So this was our lighting factories down here. We do have soap, or we do have fats coming in, so we could go ahead and have some more lamp oil being created, and we might as well grab the lanterns as well. We got 6 people. It's not great, but it'll do for now. Nobody's working on knitting workshop right now. We had the person die, and I didn't have anybody to replace it at the time. And I don't really think we need any rope. Yeah, we're at 206 rope. We're pretty good with that. So I'm just gonna leave it empty for now. So I think I'm just gonna wait until this stuff gets worked on, and then I'm gonna go around and we're gonna pick up some more stone. It looks like this thing is needing builders. It's needing all sorts of things. So I'll make it a priority, and we'll be right back. Okay, so check this out. We got our advanced home textile factory working. Got 3 people in there, getting some linen feathers. Linen is hard to come by right now, so we have 2 more weaving workshops creating linen. 2 people working there each, and that's something else too. I had a problem with not having enough people. Now we got a lot of extra people, so we got 32 extra people right now. I've taken in a couple waves of immigrants, and we got a nice flow with people replacing people who pass on, and it's going well now. I put in a lot of farms because we have zip food, and we need it real badly. Put in a couple more corrals or pastures over here for more buffalo stuff and things. And ooh, looks like we just got a new seed. Let's check out what that is. Tree seed and herb seeds. Perfect. So when we go down into agriculture, you can see that I'm all the way down to forest farm and herb knowledge. So we have all of this done. That means we get to start putting in some herbs, and we can start to grow some medicinal, well, not grow soap, but start to make some soap, start to make some other things that we can make from the pharmacy, I believe it was, which was up here, this guy. So check this out. So with herbs, honey, and leather, you can make ointment, and then herbs and fat medicinal oil, and then you can do all this other stuff with the premium medicine. So this is where bandages come from. I didn't know that. So cotton and cloth and cotton. So we definitely get some cotton action going on. I like that this is easy to make, this medicinal oil, so we'll probably do that after a little bit here. Over here, we got our quarry working. We got 4 people in there. We have another reservoir working because we're still not doing great with water. Probably going to add another person in it while we're looking at it. Oh, I moved the apiary up here, obviously, because over here, I said, oh, I'm not going to move farms over here, right? Well, I put a bunch of farms in here because we really needed them. Farms are working right now. I'm thinking about getting ourselves the plantation here pretty soon. They're probably with our next point because you get the 50% yield, and we have bricks and we have glass and we have planks, so we might as well. So that's on the list to get. I'm probably going to start replacing these a little bit at a time like we did before. So kind of a waste where I build them and then replace them right away, but we needed them. So we have a couple more research academies working right now to get these development points going as quickly as possible. And you can see we got some red meat pops around town. Like I just mentioned, that's the food. So hopefully this is enough farming. Hopefully, we'll see. I did activate the fishing dock. We got 4 people working hard at the fishing dock, so trying to bring in food from all sorts of different places now. We'll see if it's good enough. I have been zooming out and finding places with a lot of herbs like this, like especially around the logging camps, and I've been gathering plants like so. I was doing this for extra food, and when we had 0 herbs, it was a little bit more helpful just to get a little boost of herbs. So that's what I was doing. Oh, I put a couple more people in this marketplace, and we have 2 in this marketplace. We can probably continue to work our way up this way. We have a lot of people in the boarding house, so definitely want to do that. And then we also have 2 people in this marketplace over here. And it looks like our hospital is complete, so that's cool. I think I'm going to leave that. I think I was thinking about swapping these out, but it's fine. Can't hurt to have 2, I guess, when we have this many people working for us. What else do we do over here? We do need to get some more houses going, so we'll do that too. Oh, we have a second advanced home textile factory, but we aren't using it yet. I wanted more linens, and so after a while, once I get these weaving workshops up and running and they're really working well, and we have enough for clothes, for crying out loud, then I'm gonna start making more household textiles. We're doing pretty good. 156 isn't bad for that. I have down jackets in both of these ones. Linen and feathers. Got another butcher up here for a little bit more meats. Looks like this guy's saying that we don't have enough raw materials, so it looks like we need more buffalo meat up there. We're still a little bit low on inks, and I'm not really sure exactly where all of our inks are going because this printing factory has been up for a while. Very possible we're losing most of, well, it's only 10 inks in the grocery store. And like I said, I'm not sure if that's even worth it, but so if we got 10 and 10 on each grocery store, that's great. I do want to activate this, get some more books getting printed as well. We have 4 people in the mines now. Have a couple people in the iron ores getting over here. Nothing in the silver yet. I'm considering it, but I haven't done it yet. I want to make sure we can get these. My biggest problems right now are obviously food and getting this clothing thing figured out. So once those 2 things are under wraps, then we'll be good to go. With our development point, I think I'm going to grab the plantation, and that's going to be done shortly. Forest farms, I wanted to do that with you guys because forest farms are just so good. And I mean, at this point, look at this junk. We're at 8. It's like, it doesn't even matter if I do this. One thing I do like about this one is you can see like there's a bunch of the plants around here. I don't really want to take those all away yet by replacing that logging camp with a logging farm. This is a decent spot, I guess. It's not really what I want to do, but I think it'll work over here just fine. Get rid of these roads. We do have a little bit more reach with this marketplace for homes. I think I'm going to ignore that. This little area I think is pretty good as is. So let's go ahead and we'll grab our forest farms. This is going to be in the way for a little bit, but it'll get cleared up sooner or later. Let's go with a 10 by 10 right here. A 10 by 10 right next door. And what is this going to be? Oof, I wish it was the same. We'll go 8 by 10 and we'll leave it like that. And it looks like these are already got dealt with, so we'll be able to get more of our farms in here. 10 by 10. And this one, can we get a 10 by 10? Oh, perfect. Okay. And then we're going to run our stone road up this way. Ooh, I hate that's how that's turning out to be with the other roads right here. We'll do that, and then I'm going to bring a road across here, and we'll probably do another couple of farms up this way. There we go. That's much better. So that's going to be requiring some clay. We should have that around town. So that should be getting taken care of in no time. We'll shift some more laborers over there. Look at that, 350 medicine already. That's great. So here's when our farms kick in. We get 10,000 food, and it's a pretty good amount, but it doesn't quite make it all the way to the next season. So that's why the corrals, I can't keep those straight. I get corrals, plantation, and pasture all mixed up. Plantations are what we want. We'll do the plantation, and we'll go ahead and let's start knocking these out of here. And we'll do 2 at a time. How about that? And then in the meantime, we'll plop this on, turn this to oats, and that's gonna make up for what we are moving around. That's my intent here with these. Okay, we'll turn that on, we'll turn this guy on, like so. Okay, so that's gonna get working as soon as the season flops back over. We'll get rid of those. That's gonna take a moment. And we'll get some plantations started, and that's gonna be awesome. All right, we got a couple of plantations. One's nearly built, and that's going to be fantastic. We're gonna swap all these out. It looks like these are a little bit long for what we have to go one for one. So we're just going to have to slowly work our way back this way, and we'll delete as we go. Ooh. Tree regeneration interval 10 minus 10%. Agricultural proficiency. Let's do that. We got 40 extra workers. That's crazy. We got our tree farms working over here. That's a full episode, and that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Thanks for helping getting our people super healthy. Look at how many hearts we got. Awesome. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival.